What's up? Carrie Lane here. We're at Anime Expo 2024 with a very interesting guest. Why don't you introduce yourself and what brings you to Anime Expo?
Hi, my name is Jacob, and I'm the CEO and founder of Faku, the largest hentai publisher, English hentai publisher in the world. And we're at Anime Expo. We've got a guest of honor out here, a hentai artist. We've got a booth. We've got a bunch of merch, panels. We've got it all.
What does that mean to you to be able to have that claim to fame of like when you introduce yourself and you're like, so, yeah.
It feels good, actually, because, we have an awesome team of employees who work super hard and are passionate about everything we do. And this is actually our 10-year anniversary this month since we started publishing manga.
Awesome. Congratulations.
And we announced it at Anime Expo 10 years ago. Oh, nice. So pretty cool.
Yeah. And it definitely grown as a company because you've had panels over the years. You have a giant exhibit booth. What has that also been like for you did you ever imagine it would become, okay, wait, we're going to be doing some puns. So 18 over puns here. But did you know you would be a grower?
A grower, not a shower, a grower. When I made Faku, I made it in my college dorm room, and I just made a website that I wanted to use, and it kind of took off, and it clearly resonated with people over the years. So, first off, I just feel pretty fortunate that it worked out the way it did. But I think people just wanted like a legitimate, nice to use hentai service that didn't make you feel weird for reading hentai, because hentai is cool. And it's just like, for me, it's like a form of art or story, just like a movie or a comic or a book. It's just they happen to have a lot of sex. So.
And also the demographic of those who attend Anime Expo are not only, 12 to 16-year-olds. There are adults. There are people 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 years old here. And so there is an 18 and over crowd. What has the feedback been from fans to be here at a convention that, a safe space to, pursue their interests and not necessarily, have the black bags and being all secretive?
Yeah. It's pretty awesome. The fans are like rabid every year in a good way, where like they're super excited about the guests that we're bringing out. We just finished up the autograph session with our guest this year, who's Karasu-chan. And they were we see the same people who come every year and line up first in line, and it's super awesome. And we got a pretty good demographic. It's like men and women, basically everyone faps. And hentai is a good thing to fap to.
And tell me about like what are some new products or genres or anything that's new this year that you have for the fans?
Yeah, so actually super exciting, and I think it's our best-selling product of the convention so far. We are putting out a Metamorphosis hardcover, and Metamorphosis is a hentai manga by Shindo L, and it is the best-selling hentai manga in the world, our English release. It's just gone to reprint so many times. So we did a hardcover edition, which features the entire comic, and then the entire comic again as the artist's original sketches that he drew. So it's every single page of the comic in his original sketch form, and he provides commentary on each page, sort of like a DVD commentary track, but like on the manga page. So he's like, oh, this ramen shop they're in is my favorite spot in Tokyo, actually, that I based it on. So we just debuted it at Anime Expo 2024. It's been super popular. We actually brought Shindo L to Anime Expo as our guest of honor 2 years ago, and he participated in the auction here at Anime Expo, and his Shikishi was the best-selling. It was like the highest bid item at the Anime Expo auction when he was a guest. So we're really hype about that release. We also have hentai puzzles that we're debuting at Anime Expo. So if you've ever seen the Ahegao print, all the faces, we've turned that into a giant 1,000-piece puzzle, which is impossible to complete. Like, although none of the Fakku staff have completed it yet because it's like so difficult.
Oh, you mean the picture where they're sneezing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Runny noses everywhere. So we turned that into a really cool puzzle. Yeah.
That's cool. That's different. And with all that you've seen with what in your line of work, has there ever been anything that surprises you?
You mean in regards to the content?
Yeah, like you see something from an artist that it's like, okay then, or anything. Because yes, there's there's something for everybody, and everything exists. But is there anything that you just see it and you're just something new or different, or you kind of go, oh, okay, I've kind of seen that?
One thing that has surprised me a lot, like learning the industry, getting to know it, going and meeting all the creators in Japan, is that there's a lot of female hentai artists, like a significant amount of hentai artists who like we've all been reading and fapping to are women. And I don't know why I wasn't expecting it, but like when I go and meet some of them, I'm like, oh my God. So that's really cool that it's like a much more split, demographic of the artists.
I think that might be, now we're getting all philosophical here, that might be like a stereotype even here in the West. It's like, oh, women don't do that, don't think like that, or whatever. And it's like, well, no, clearly there's something for everybody. Everybody can make something. Yep. So that's cool to hear that there is a variety in the content creators.
Yeah. And we see that in our audience too. It's almost like a perfect split of male and female. So yeah, it's awesome. That surprised me originally. And now with content, I've honestly seen it all. Nothing surprises me anymore. Sometimes nothing surprises me.
And then what about in terms too of, we were saying men and women too, and then in the demographics of heterosexual versus queer, what kind of representation is there for like the queer demographics of what kind of content you have and carry?
Yeah, so we have Faku, which is our Ero hentai manga division. We also have Dempa, which is our all ages division, which publishes like some Gundam and Kaiji, my favorite manga. We also have Kuma, which is BL and yaoi, sort of targeting women. So it's like cute boys making out and with all oiled up. And one of our staff is just starting internally like a gay division targeting men. So it's like a lot of like the buff, hairy dudes that you might think of. So he's just starting that, and I think he's debuting it this weekend, actually. He has some stuff at the Kuma booth that he's giving out. So we kind of like touch on it all. We've even published like some Yuri stuff, and I know Dempa has some like really interesting titles like that. So yeah, we kind of do it all on FAKKU. Because like it's all like my theory is that Thomas Jefferson said you should be able to fap to whatever you want as long as it doesn't hurt anybody. And that covers all hentai. So with the 4th of July yesterday, that's where I'm at.
All right. Is there anything else you'd like to add or tell the fans?
Check out Faku, fakku.net. We are the largest English hentai publisher in the world, and we've published over like 3,000 Japanese artists, which is like crazy, like the amount of actual authors that we've published. Like I'm pretty sure we give even normal publishers a run for their money on just that number, because we simul-publish like whole magazines. So check out fakku.net, and happy fapping.
Well, thank you so much, and congratulations.
Thank you.
And thank you for watching.